the golden sun while playing a GBA game. Brain off the scale to thinking he mean weight gain. No surge, you electrify the mind. I'm in charge of the buzz, get your power stripped. I'm my own plug, you the socket. Lent more punchlines, the trash in your pocket. That's you to stop it. More than rap, this composite, you got to I rock it. See the variation? It don't matter, black or white. Bring the drama, Perry Mason. I'm adjacent to the destined. Counting all my blessings while they selling their soul. No, you gotta be desperate like them housewives. Hear the real with my mouth wide. Paths going north, but they still hear the south side in me. These rappers are actors who giving out Emmys. Find me a Denny's looking proud of their penny without an Oscar. I'ma lay it proper. Father, this sound ironic, didn't have a papa for most of my life. Foster home to home. Don't let me start. Comment tell me about real love. It starts in the heart, not the pants. Born without a chance. Probably met destiny plenty times and noticed when she glanced at me. When you dance with me, who would've known these dreamers become fans of me? Put up your hands for me. Touch the sky, the model we grew up with. Bumping that old Wayne, about to see if this truck fit in my garage. I'm kidding, no car, but I got drive. Even if I retire, never be top 5. I survived the rugged terrain. Determination in my brain, God help me find joy through the pain, gain clarity that I share to the masses. Same kid, they dreaming in classes. Future look disastrous. Time for the heroes and less fastest. Clean air, less gases. But y'all know what I'm trying to convey. Change streams, play games, watch a few anime. Found a path to be great, not a moment to waste. Mama check it, don't worry, I'm straight. We gon' take it to the top of the globe. Spread love, realest quote that I wrote. You know, sky's the limit. All my life I was sober. We surpassing that with each episode. Behold, a new episode. New day, a new episode. A new day, a new day, a new episode. A new day, a new episode. A new day, a new. Go ahead, let them throw that shade. You gotta wait to see the picture. Old Kodak days, don't go that way. They songs all filler, and it shows not at the museum. Fans never been stellar. Pin Dilla, so it's a route set score. I ain't trying to be known by a number like the kids next door, my lord. They want us in cages or the seats, cause we fresh to death. Cash is short every week. Who, me? I'm nothing but a kid from the boondocks, writing living color. Different word in my boombox, chilling in my afternoon socks. With a cute thing, excuse a missed call, they didn't notice you rang. Sharp tongue from the heavens, we thinking outside of the box. They call him Stoop Kid, never lead his steps. No one knows of his woes, cause he keeps to himself in seclusion. But me, I had to find out his story, so I sat by his stoop. He said his name's Corey. Told me how he used to be in love with a dame, but she left about as fast as she came. Said the sky's never been the same. Air's less fresh, chemtrails blanket the sky, and we compressed to a perfect world that we created within the mind. We blind to the truth as the days unwind. He finds happiness and watch the time go by. He asked, do you know why? Cause at least I'll know when we die. Society's engulfed in trends, and it's hard to find friends when your vision ain't the same through the lens. A cleanse what we need, but our pride won't accept it. Love's like a precious baby girl, and I'm wishing that we kept it. Neglected all our principles, kids laughing at me every day. How conventional, all one-dimensional. I wish I was invincible, I would just fly away. Aim for the sun, hope to land in a higher place. That's my escape from reality. Life is a dream, but it seems we've been sleeping in ravines. For now, I'ma chill with the ranting. Sit up on my stoop while the kids keep chanting. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop, the stoop, stoop kids afraid to leave it, the stoop, stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop, the stoop, stoop kids afraid to leave it, the stoop, stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop, the stoop, stoop kids afraid to leave it, stoop now, stoop kids afraid to leave it, stoop, the stoop, stoop kids afraid to leave it, the stoop. A tear rolls down the cheek. He asks, how did life become bleak? We used to seek joy, now we lost in translation of the language called money. I pity our generation. I told him I agree, but you looking at the downside. It's a bigger world outside the walls you hide, and I can guide you to a new state of mind if you let me. But hearts can't receive what the soul isn't ready for. Look, life is a metaphor, it's up to you to find a meaning. You can't stand for something if you steadily leaning on pillars of self-loathing. Imagine what you're missing in addition to beautiful life that you ain't even living. Places that you never been, people that you'll never meet. Happiness if you're willing to seek beyond the stoop of your seclusion, but really just a barrier to block away the image of a place much scarier. Called reality. Well, he stopped me mid-sentence, took a step down like a sinner doing penance. Said he wanna take a chance, thanks for the referral. Safe to say this boy's gonna finally leave the world. So stoop kids gonna leave it, stoop kids.
Are you ready?
word to wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple light.
Before we get started, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd without fear. Welcome to the 8th episode of the Blerd Cave. We are in here. I'm in here. I got my boy Malekith in here, because he's been out here running fades. He's been busy running fades, but he took some time to show up here for the Saturday stream. So just want to say, so I guess what, Malekith, he's gang, he's in here. Oh man, what's poppin', y'all? We getting ready to get up in here, man. Man, okay, let's get some admin out of the way real quick. I want to get some admin out of the way. Okay, so we got a video that's coming up a little later today. It's going to be a little late because I haven't really had time. I've been getting prepped and ready for Brooklyn Comic-Con, so that's going to be the 15th, 16th, this coming weekend. So basically this time next week, I'll be in Brooklyn kicking it with the Just Us League. My boy Devontae from Alternative Factuals and Fantastic Frankie from Fantastic Frankie's own channel, because she's amazing. And I'm going to be doing panels and stuff like that. I'll be kicking it with folks if you have any, if you're going to be in the area. It's going to be at I think it's at the Brooklyn Expo Center. So yeah, definitely come out. I'll be around somewhere. Yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and get up in this. Oh, oh man, dude. All right, man. Y'all rolling in here, man. I ain't mad at you. Oh, dude. Was it Pagetsu? I hope I'm saying that correctly. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you in here. Let's see who we got on here. Oh man, dude, I'm about to butcher a name here in a second. Let's see. Was that Kuro Yurei no Kin? Did I get that? My Japanese is rusty. What's happening, player? Let's see. We got Dark Lord Peasy up in here. What's popping? And let's see, It's Demolished is asking, hey, how much is a ticket for the con? That's a very good question. That is a very good question here. I can get that information for you because, I am on the website right now as we speak. I'm on the website right now. So let's see here. What are they talking about here? What are they talking about here? Give me some info. Okay, so how they're doing it. Is they're not doing the early bird anymore. So here, and I'm gonna, just because it's gonna be easier to disseminate this knowledge, if I can just pass it on. So here, let's go ahead and swab on over here. Let me clean this up some. Here we go. All right, so what we got here looks like they're doing general admission weekend pass like $39, and honestly, if you're gonna go and do the whole weekend thing, I would just go ahead and do the $39 because it seems kind of silly to do $29 and then $19. Or if you're just gonna show up Saturday, if you only have designs on showing up Saturday, then I would say just go ahead and do the $29. But I don't know what all else is going to be going on besides myself, the cosplay track. I know they're going to be doing some stuff for Spider-Man Far From Home, so that's actually a lot of the reason why I'm really excited about going. So I was like, dude, yes, I can't wait. And y'all are going to actually get me out here? Cool. I'm for that. Now, if I can just get BlerdCon to show up for a brother, then we doing some stuff. That's the next one. Man, I got to get on BlerdCon, man. I got to get on it. But yeah, so they're going to be doing, so it's $39 for general admission weekend pass, $29.99 for Saturday pass, $19.99 for Sunday pass. I will be there both days, and I'll be coming in a little early on Friday to kick it with the Just Us League, so that's going to be going down. Beyond all that, there's really not much else to say other than just reminding y'all, kind of keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to try to have the War of the Realms tie-in video up today, but honestly, it may go up Sunday or Monday, maybe. I don't know yet. But if not, there will be a video up later today. Just it will be a crapshoot as to whether it'll be War of the Realms or something else. Because I have videos that are ready, just not that video. Okay, so that's plenty. That's plenty. A&L Smith was popping. K Chaser up in here, and of course it's Demolisher. I addressed you earlier, but I did not say hello. I think I just answered your questions. I'm saying hello now because that's what heroes do. So with that, let's go ahead and just jump right on into it. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. Let's go ahead and jump into it. The main course meal, because that's how we do these things. We give you the main course first, and then we just give you all the dessert afterward. So I am here to talk about Dark Phoenix. Whoo, man, Dark Phoenix. Okay, let's go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. So I want to preface everything I say with a couple of things. I watched a lot of reviews from people who I personally follow, people who I personally know, and I'm going to say there is a very vast difference in how many people are shitting on the movie versus how many people are just being fair with the movie. And yeah, I gotta admit, even with some of the fair reviews, I was kind of like, yeah, I can kind of see your points on these things. I can see your points on those things. And even then, it still felt like someone was being a little harsher than maybe it should have been. But I went to go see it, saw it for myself, formed my own opinion about it. And I guess the only other thing is that this is gonna be, this whole spoiler review is gonna be a tale of two movies. It's gonna be a tale of two movies because that's exactly what I saw. So yeah, basically let's get the good stuff out of the way. I want to because I'm gonna tell you right now. I got some bad. That's gonna go down. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now. First things first. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The first act of the movie, because movies are broken down into acts. You have first, second, third. Some movies very ignorantly have a fourth act, and I don't enjoy those. But this movie's the first and second act of this movie is actually not bad. Like the way this movie starts off, because now let's give a little for Claro. This movie basically takes place in 1992, if I'm not mistaken, and the way they set everything up, the way they frame the story, is actually almost in line with the comic itself. Like the X-Men are like the world has grown to accept mutants. People are nice to mutants. Like when the X-Men are now a premier superhero team, they're pretty much treated like the Avengers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People are happy to see them. Like people are lined up like, oh my god, they got sitting here with toys and like, ooh, I got the toy of you and all this other stuff. And ooh, people are painting their faces blue like Mystique and Beast and Nightcrawler. People accept mutants. Even the and I guess let me in case it just doesn't say it. I feel like I gotta say it here just because I know someone at some point is gonna jump in the street and be like, "Oh my God, you're spoiling the movie!" Here, I'm gonna go to it right now. Danger. So just so you know, if you don't want to be spoiled, you probably should not be watching a video titled "Dark Phoenix Spoiler Review." So now we got that out of the way. We can now talk about. I feel more comfortable talking about the movie. So here's the thing. So yeah, even Charles Xavier has he had like an old Adam West, Burt Ward, was it 1965 Batman series? How Batman had like the red phone that basically it was a direct line straight to Commissioner Gordon. Professor X has the same thing, but to the president. He has an X phone, has a black phone with a big old X on it, and the president has the exact same phone, and it's like direct line. He just be like, hey, man, and the president be like, man, Charles, I need you on this one, man. I need the X-Men, baby. Wait, I probably should have done that in my Dusty Road, but Charles, I need the X-Men's babies. Because, look, it ain't over till it's over. and you know what? And that's the funny thing about it. It's like, oh, man, dude, they have progressed so far since, Apocalypse damn near destroyed the Earth. You would think mutants, if you didn't think humanity hated mutants before, like, damn, I bet they hate them now. But no, people love them. Everybody is like a fan of the X-Men now. And, there's this space shuttle that is going off into space. And there's a solar flare that's coming through. Only it's not an actual solar flare. And this is the moment where it's like, oh, Charles is like, oh, we can go ahead, we get the Blackbird up there, even though technically it wasn't necessarily made for this. Beast has been working on some shit. We're gonna take him up. Boom, we're taking him up to the sky. We're gonna, it may work, it may not work, because what? Fuck them, they're child soldiers, whatever. And they go up there and they squad up. And it pretty much plays out like the comic. The only difference is that, the situation is slightly different, but Jean ends up having to go into the other spacecraft because she's the only one who can keep the ship from falling apart while they're still trying to save, the last people that are on the ship. And that's when the solar flare comes through, and it's all Nightcrawler's fault because he couldn't get there in time to teleport her back. Whatever. But the thing is, she ends up getting trapped in the space shuttle as the solar flare washes over, which is what we see in the trailers. So yeah, that's about what the comic is for the most part. It's a little bit different scenario. Like it's basically same destination. They just took a different. They picked the alternate route on Google Maps. They picked the route that was like maybe a few minutes shorter. So you had that, you got all this, and it just, everything starts off like it starts off pretty good. Now, the only thing that's kind of weird is that, in the comics, they don't really get Jean back immediately, at least not like right then and there. They end up saving her, they get her back down, and like everybody's like, oh my god, Jean, whoa, are you okay? You're alive, but you shouldn't be, and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. And she's like, no, I feel fantastic, I feel great, better than ever, yada, yada, yada. And they end up having a party, it's all great. Everybody's just like, oh, dude, it's so fantastic. The Jean is okay. It's so great. The Jean is okay. And of course, Cyclops, he's a worrywart. He's like, oh man, baby, I just want to make sure you're all right. And they go to the party. Now, I want to go ahead and say this right now, and this is probably the one negative I'm going to talk about right here, right now, at that moment. And it's this. So Dazzler just shows up in the movie for 2 seconds to sing a song and then just disappear. I'm just like, dude, this is a waste. This is a waste. We could have done something with Dazzler. We could have had. This is why we don't have nice things. This is why Fox was bought by Disney, because we don't have nice things. Oh, by the way, wow, Tanateti Ratanaruingyot. I think I got that right. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. You're awesome. You're amazing. And you are forever in my heart. Anyway, now that I've made it weird. But no, come to find out things aren't okay. Jean is losing control of her powers because they're spiking. So when she loses control of her powers, that's when she freaks out and she's like, oh God, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna hurt people. I am going to kill people if I'm not careful. So she leaves. And the whole thing, the whole thing is the whole thing hinges around a secret. Now, one thing I will say, and this is something I really like about this movie, one of the few things this movie actually gets right is Charles Xavier. Now, I know a lot of people who don't read the comics, y'all think Charles Xavier is a nice person. Y'all think he's nice. Y'all like, oh, Charles Xavier, oh, he's just so great. He's so happy and smiley, and he's, oh, man. And then you see, if you've only seen the movies, you're like, oh, Charles Xavier, he's played by Patrick Stewart. He's just great. And, man, he's just so good, clean, and wholesome. And, no, stop. Stop. No, dude. I'm like, no, I ain't with that. That's not my Charles. My Charles Xavier is an asshole. Go back and read those comics. Charles is a fucking asshole. He is terrible. He's the worst. Y'all been watching these X-Men movies, and Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart, has gotten y'all. He's gaslighted y'all, got y'all thinking Charles is actually okay. No, Charles Xavier's a piece of shit. But no, it's funny to me because, you go back, you think about it, like Patrick Stewart, who, what most people will probably know him from, if not from this, is from Star Trek The Next Generation. And that character, Jean-Luc Picard, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, is closer to what Charles Xavier actually is, which is why he got the role, though they didn't have him play it that way. Neither here nor there. But the whole thing is that Charles has been keeping a secret from Jean. Because what they've done, they've kind of taken a little bit of the Ultimate X-Men storyline and mixed it with more of the actual original like Earth 616 canon universe. So it's so basically what you got here, so like with Last Stand was pretty much almost all the first 3 X-Men movies are Ultimate X-Men. They're not classic X-Men, they're Ultimate X-Men. This particular timeline is more Earth 616, but still has elements of I think was it Earth 1610, I think is what the Ultimate Universe is. Too many numbers. Too many numbers to keep up with. I like DC's layout better. Earth 1, Earth 2. That works better for me. But yeah, it's funny to me though, because yeah, he's keeping a secret from her, because at the very beginning of the movie, I kind of skipped over this part. We see how Jean, her powers manifested where she caused her parents to have an accident on the road. And basically, she's under the impression she has killed both her parents. But come to find out, Charles has been hiding from her that while her mother did die, her dad is still alive. But her dad doesn't want anything to do with her. He's scared of her. He's pretty much like, you killed my wife. You took everything from me. I'm done with you. I do not want you around me anymore. And Charles has basically lied to her and told her her dad is dead. Like, he's like, look, he ain't around. He's gone. But the truth of the matter is actually that, and they kind of play it out to be more sinister in the very beginning, which I'm going to tell you right now, it's really not. They try and make it seem like Charles kept this secret from, he kept the secret from Jean because he didn't want her to be happy, that he didn't want her to know she still had family out there so that she would stay with him. That's how they frame it at first. And that's not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about assholishness. Like, no, James McAvoy is playing the shit out of Charles Xavier as an asshole early on, for multiple other reasons. But yeah, when she figures out, when Charles tries to go inside her mind, that her dad is still alive, so when she goes to see him and then finds out the truth that he hates her and that he doesn't want anything to do with her, she starts going rogue. No pun intended. And that's kind of when you get that whole, like, when they're doing when the X-Men are doing the pull up in those what was it was in the Grant Morrison new X-Men suits. That's when you get that scene where she's like, oh, what the fuck are y'all doing here? It's like, dude, pull up, man. Like, that's exactly what's happening here. And of course, it's a fight that breaks out, and Charles, he wants to try and save her. He doesn't want anybody to hurt her. So he ends up freezing everybody and basically kind of allows Jean to basically, like, she loses control of her powers, and that's how you get the death of Mystique, which, to me, honestly, it's a death that they spoiled. Multiple trailer, I think even in the first trailer they spoiled it. But the thing is, I'm kind of glad that it happened, because Jennifer Lawrence could not look more disinterested in anything she was doing. She looked really disinterested in what she was doing, and X-Men Apocalypse has been no secret that she hates being in these X-Men movies, which is why she's barely ever in the makeup of Mystique. Like, they find weird ways to just put her back to being regular ass Jennifer Lawrence. And they even do the same thing with was it Nicholas Hoult, who plays Beast? They do the same thing with him. Though I will say he spends more time as Beast, even though he is in the film for longer than she is. Even if you just only track the time that Jennifer Lawrence is in the movie, which is she's only in it for the first maybe 15-20 minutes. then yeah. He's still blue more than she is blue in this movie. But yeah, I mean, and it's pretty much off to the races from there. It's pretty much Jean realizing that she has all this power. This power is basically like it's too much for her to control, and her emotions, everything is like dialed up to 11. And that's kind of where you get into like, where she tracks down Magneto, because basically she's trying to figure out how Magneto, who has killed people, tons of people, millions of people, how is he able to be at peace? Because now Magneto, he has created like this commune, this society, his own little personal utopia, albeit a low-tech one. It's just kind of a farming community, just for mutants, and he hasn't done any evil. He's kind of kept to himself. She's trying to figure out how he was able to find that peace, because she can't. And, of course, the military, because they know what's going on, because she's attacked police officers, because she's attacked a neighborhood. They ain't having it. Government's like, no, the X-Men are cut off. Matter of fact, when Charles is trying to contact the president on that little X phone I mentioned earlier, and that's the reason why I mentioned it, because it's not really important, but it's important for this one point that he tries to contact the president, and the president basically, he may as well have had Consuela from Family Guy. I'm not even saying this is actually what it sounded like, but just it was kind of the way it came up, is that the president doesn't even answer the direct line. It's one of his mooks, and the dude may as well have used the Consuelo. It was like, the president is not here. No. More lemon pleasure. Like, that's what, that may as well have been what had happened. He's like, nah, we done. It's done. I'm telling you right now, I'm kind of just running all through this. I'll come back and jump in the chat here in just a second, because I just kind of want to get a lot of this off my chest before I dive into the chat. But it gets to this point where, they have the funeral for Mystique, and that's when the team kind of fractures. It's not even really fractures. It's just Beast. Like, they kind of play it up like it's going to be this kind of Civil War type thing. It's like, no, it's not the case. It's literally just Beast. Beast is the only one who's like, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. And he goes to Magneto, who Magneto then finds out the truth about what happened with Mystique. Like, because at the time, Jean didn't tell Magneto who she killed, because she had blood on her, and he wanted to know whose blood it was. And come to find out, when he learns, he's like, oh, this bitch got to die. So it becomes Beast with Magneto and his two random mooks, who, if I'm not mistaken, I think one of them is created for the movie, the other one I think is not, but I honestly, I don't recollect who either of these mutants are, though I do appreciate that Magneto has brown people on his team. Good on you. So you have that, and it's weird. It just gets really weird, because everything kind of devolves into a race to go after Jean. And you probably have noticed I have not talked about the elephant in the room, and that is Jessica Chastain, who I'm gonna go ahead and say right now. She's not a Skrull. She's not Shi'ar. I'm gonna tell you what she is, because it's stupid. So for those of you, and I want to use visual aids here in just a minute. I want to use some visual aids here. So for those of you who may or may not be familiar with the comic, here, I'm gonna put this over here. Okay. So she is a part of a race called the Dabari. Now, if that name doesn't sound familiar to you, no one would blame you for it, because the Dabari don't exist anymore, really, at least not to my knowledge. Okay, so if you ever read the Dark Phoenix Saga comic, the Dabari come from the planet that Jean destroyed. Like, when she destroyed when she was held on trial by the Shi'ar for destroying an entire star system, well, the Dabari came from the planet that she destroyed, from one of the planets she destroyed. And they're basically described as literally asparagus people. And they made their first appearance in Avengers number 4. No lie. I'm talking about Avengers number 4. I think it was in 1964. I'm talking about way back in the day. And literally, her character's name is Vuk, and that character is what I'm about to show you. And this, oh man, y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this bullshit? Y'all ready for this bullshit? Okay, come on. Okay, so this is Vuk right here. Okay, I have been very kind to this movie, I feel, up to this point. But this is where things start to get dumb for me. Now, granted, Jessica Chastain's character shows up very early in the movie. I just didn't talk about it because it was kind of dumb. But they're basically Skrulls, only they're not. And they use this whole shape-shifting gag from, like, a mask that Vuk used in the comics. They're not really shapeshifters. But yeah, basically, this is where they're talking about how, hey, you're... you have essentially destroyed my home, or she destroyed my home, blah 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 blah, and all this ridiculousness, and it just gets dumb. It's just dumb. It is literally the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. That is where the movie started losing me. Is with that shit. That is where the movie kind of lost me, with this asparagus people who are really powerful, apparently. They can just kill people at will. They can shapeshift. They're basically like Skrulls on steroids. Like, if you thought the Skrulls in Captain Marvel weren't as powerful as they should have been, well, these guys are too powerful. It's just dumb. But anyways, basically her whole gig, what Vuk wants is, she doesn't want to necessarily get revenge on the Phoenix. She wants to take control of the Phoenix. She wants to get in the Phoenix's mind. She wants to get in Jean's mind and basically use her to rewrite the galaxy and the universe. But here's the problem. I get it that Jessica Chastain is playing a character that is supposed to be alien, so she doesn't have human emotions. But the thing is, she's wooden. And I don't want to make this a conversation about Captain Marvel, but for everyone who was always like giving Brie Larson shit for saying that she was so wooden as Captain Marvel, no, that's not wooden. This bitch, Jessica Chastain, and I don't mean to say bitch being as a pejorative, but even though technically I kind of just did, but I'm just saying it to put emphasis on the point that this motherfucker, this is wooden. What Jessica Chastain is doing in this movie, like, she is literally, and I'm actually cribbing a line from Double Toasted. I'm actually going to crib a line from Double Toasted. This is actually a direct quote, is that she literally was just reading the script. What I mean by that is, what I'm saying is, while she's on set, she literally had the script in front of her and was just doing this. Yes, I must control you. I want to use you to fix my galaxy. Like, she's not reading it with any emotion. She's literally just reading it as though she's doing a table read. I don't know if y'all are familiar with what a table read is, but basically it's just when you read the script just so everyone at the table can get an idea for what the fuck is going on. Everybody who is involved. That means all the actors, the director, so on and so forth, and the writers themselves. So that's basically what she was doing. It was almost like they took her table read and put it in the movie. So yeah, she is actually my biggest point of contention, because she is a weak villain. Like, people talk about like one-note villains that are like one-dimensional. I have never seen a more one-dimensional villain in a movie in my entire life. Like, okay, and I'm not being hyperbolic when I say this, Steppenwolf from Justice League was better than this one, than Vuk, than Jessica Chastain. God, I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who played Ares in Wonder Woman, he had more dimensions than this motherfucker. It's just, oh my God. And I'm trying to think of like an even worse. Okay, case in point, and I want to go ahead, I gotta cover Malekith's ears. I don't want him to hear this. Christopher Eccleston, who played Malekith in Thor: The Dark World, had more dimensions than this motherfucker. Okay, it's okay, Malekith. You're okay. It's okay. But anyways, that is her whole point. And basically what she's trying to do is she's trying to turn Jean against the entire universe, is more or less. And she's not the only one. She has other asparagus people, other Dabari with her. And it's like, dude, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Y'all, because here's what they're doing. I'm going to tell you why I don't like this. They took a character who had nothing to do with the Dark Phoenix, really, and they took her and turned that character into Mastermind. It was Jason Wingard from the Hellfire Club, because it's basically what the Dabari are. They're basically a dumbed down Hellfire Club. Only they're aliens, and they don't really have a whole lot of agency, and they are just one note as fuck. That's basically what's happening. That's basically what is going on with this entire movie. Jason Wingard is now an alien, though he's not in the movie, but just saying that they even go to a house that is a place like the Hellfire Club would have, and they have this huge fight. That's what lets me know what was really going on here. What they were trying to do. They were trying to combine things. When you try and combine things, it just gets worse. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to try and go ahead, I'm going to wrap this up because we're pretty much at the end here. But basically, there's this huge fight that breaks out, and it's all over the place. The action itself is good. Here's the thing. I know some people have kind of trashed the action. I actually think the action was really good. The problem is that the fight is inconsequential. They're fighting over nothing. Like the whole part where Magneto's all like, you always say you're sorry, and there's always a speech, but nobody cares. Immediately after that, they have a fight. And the fight is amazing, but the thing is, the consequences are not. There's even a point where I thought Professor X was legit about to die, and they was like, no, not really. He's good. He's good. He's okay. He reminded Jean that the reason why he did what he did, as far as like her father's concerned, that he did it for altruistic reasons. He did it because he legitimately cared for her and wanted to help her. So therefore, she stopped. But at this point, Jessica Chastain's character of Vuk tries to take the power from Jean, and Jean just gives it up. But the thing is, Scott comes in and kind of interjects and kind of cuts it off, and that's where everybody gets captured. We go to the whole train thing, and that's where the train comes into play, and then the whole train debacle happens, and I know this movie was reshot, and they said they specifically changed the ending because it was too similar to another movie. I think it was actually too similar to two different movies. I think originally I thought it was Avengers Infinity War and Endgame because they were shot at the same time. So to me, they're just one big giant movie. But also, I think I also know why is because it's very close to Captain Marvel in regards of having the Dabari versus having the Skrulls, and the Dabari being very eerily like the Skrulls, because originally they did say they were using the Skrulls, but I think because Marvel was using them with Captain Marvel, they decided to change that, but whatever. It doesn't matter, because the Skrulls weren't involved either. It's just one more thing that wasn't supposed to be there. But no, it's hilarious to me, because when the fight comes to the train, is because the Dabari are attacking the train, and now the two factions that were one team kill Jean, team don't kill Jean, they now have to come together and stop the Dabari, and it's just a big slugfest, and it's not bad. It's actually dude, I'm gonna go tell you right now, Nightcrawler went back to X-Men 2. That mofo went back to X-Men 2. It took him a minute, but he got back to X-Men 2 real quick. Scott's dropping F-bombs. Magneto is like he literally like 50 Cent would be proud because he went and got the strap. He went and got all the straps. It was really and here's the thing, and I know it's gonna sound like I love the movie, and I don't. Because this is a tale of two movies. Now, everything up to this point, even the climactic, battle at the end, and where Jean realizes that if she kills Vuk on Earth, that she will kill everyone that she loves, because she can't control the power as well as she would want to. And so she winds, and bear in mind that Vuk has some of the Phoenix Force power now as well, because she's taken a good chunk of it from her. So she winds up taking her into space and then just killing her up there. And it's like, oh, well, Jean's gone. She's dead. She's never coming back. And everybody moves on. They change the name of the school from the Professor X, or the the Xavier Institute for Gifted Youngsters. They change it to the Jean Grey School for Gifted Youngsters, even though I kind of wish they would have changed it to the Jean Grey School for Higher Learning. But hey, what are we going to do? Cyclops, everybody's still there. Beast takes over as headmaster. Charles goes off somewhere. I think he goes like Italy or France. Somewhere in Europe, and Magneto winds up following. They wind up, reconciling and all this other shit, and you can see the Phoenix Force flying off in the top of the camera. Pan as the shot pans out. There are no after credits for this movie. There you go. I've told you everything that is of importance in this whole affair, and I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, as a movie itself, I didn't hate it. I really didn't hate it. Like, people have been shitting on this movie left and right. I didn't hate it. I actually thought it was fine. I tell you what it is. It's not great enough. It's not good enough to be great, and it's not bad enough to be horrible. It's just okay. And I think what's happening here is that people are seeing this, and as far as they're concerned, I've said this before about other things, when something isn't, because we live in this kind of society now, if something's not 100% amazing or 100% awful, if it's just somewhere in the middle, to some people, that's worse. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm not hating on that. But my thing is, I wasn't insulted. I wasn't hurt. I didn't feel like my time was wasted. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was fine. It's a fine movie. Now, as an adaptation, no. As an adaptation, it's shithouse. Because it starts off really strong in the very beginning with the setup, and then like once you get to the second act, about halfway through the second act, the movie just goes completely out of, it takes a hard left turn, and then towards the third act, it just gets weird. So yeah, I mean, as far as like a movie goes, yeah, if we're talking to this strictly as just a movie devoid of any attachment to the comics, I thought it was fine. Even just as a Fox-produced X-Men movie, I was like, that's fine. Is this movie worse than X-Men Last Stand? No. God, no. Oh, God, no. Is this movie worse than X-Men Origins Wolverine? Fuck no. Is this movie worse than X-Men Apocalypse? No, I actually think, I think that I honestly, in my heart of hearts, feel like you got, at the very bottom is X-Men Last Stand. And, actually no, I take that back. You got X-Men Origins Wolverine. Then you have X-Men The Last Stand. Then you have X-Men Apocalypse. And then, above it is this. That's how I feel about it. But the thing is, does that make it automatically bad? No, it doesn't. It's not horrible. Would I watch it again? Yeah, if it was on TV. Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to go see it again. No. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. If it happened to be on and I was in the same room, I wouldn't turn it off. I'd probably be doing other stuff while I'm watching it. But I do that with every movie, just about. I rarely give a movie I'm watching at home my full 100% undivided attention. That's something I reserve for movie theaters. So yeah, there you go. You now have my thoughts on it. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. I think it's just okay. I think if Disney had not already bought Fox, like if the Disney Fox deal was never on the table at any point, no one would be as hyperbolic about this movie as they have been. People, I think, are only being hyperbolic about it is because they want their X-Men the MCU way. And I'm going to tell you right now, because people are being so hyperbolic about this movie, you're not going to get any X-Men for a while now, because what Disney's going to do is they're going to put the X-Men on the shelf for another few years until people stop talking about Dark Phoenix. And once people stop talking about Dark Phoenix, and Kevin Feige has even said as much himself, do not expect to see the X-Men in the MCU for a few years. And now, because of how poorly Dark Phoenix is being received, and I think some of it is rightfully so, but the thing is, people are being so hyperbolic about it that now Disney's probably just going to be like, yeah, we're just not going to do X-Men for a good while. We'll wait till like Phase 6. So there you go. You're welcome. Anyways, now I am going to jump into the chat for a minute before we move on, because I spent way more time on that review than I originally wanted to. Okay, so let's see. Danawan says that's dope. It sounds like the cartoon, and it kind of is. It kind of isn't. I think the cartoon actually handles the subject matter a bit better. Stephen Abernathy says, was it better than the 90s cartoon version? No. Let's see. Paul Crowder says it can't be worse than Origins of Wolverine. There you go. I said that. Lotus Scholar, nobody puts Dazzler in the corner. That's right. You put her in the corner. Lemon P says, from what I've heard about this movie, I am disappointed but unsurprised. I heard they did Cyclops like Cyclops, kind of white knighty and problematic. Not really. I felt like Cyclops was fine. Yeah, he's white knighting a little bit because, it's his woman, his boo. He wants her, he doesn't want her to die, and he doesn't want anybody trying to kill her, so, there's that. But, beyond that, I think that there are a couple of moments where, and this is, subtlety. It's one of those things, if you're familiar with the comics, you'll see some of the subtext that they throw in there. You can tell that him and Storm respect each other, and that, that they are friends beyond, just being X-Men. And, hey, what's poppin'? Reggie Simmons. Dude, super chatted me for $5. I appreciate that. Matter of fact, you know what? Because of that, you're gonna get some special treatment here in just a second. You're gonna get some special treatment here in just a second. But no, I don't think he was problematic. And that's just me being brutally honest. Let's see here. Reggie Simmons hit me up for $5, says, "What's up, fam?" You know me, just chilling here, talking about this Dark Phoenix here in the Blerd Cave. You know how it goes. What's poppin'? Let's get back in here. Oh, man. Y'all been in here. Oh, I see you in here, Devontae. I see you sneaking in here. I see you in here. Just Us League. Just Us League.
To this day.
Look, y'all know how it goes. You know how it goes. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, Lex Bryan says, yeah, I never understood why people think Charles is that good, because he's not. He is really not. And it's, Limpy says, outside of the early films, Professor X has always been high-key, low-key shade. Yes, he has! Yes, he has! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Somebody said it. God damn it. Let's see here. Casey Johnson says, let's see here. Who was the lady talking to her with the light blonde hair or silver or whatever? That was Vuk. That was Vuk. And you know what? I feel like, oh, hey! Man, dude. I first off, and I want to scroll because it went away before I could even say anything. But my boy, I want to go ahead and holler at my boy real quick. Karoy Ure no Kin, thank you so much. That $10. I appreciate you. See, that's what I'm talking about here, man. See? Super chats make the world go round, baby. Yeah, he says, once again, I don't trust the Fox, Universal, or Sony Marvel movie. This is true. I will say I'll trust the Sony one, because they work very closely with Marvel, with Spider-Man. If it ain't Spider-Man, it's either Spider-Man or bust. But no, but yeah, no, you aren't wrong. You are not wrong. But no, so yeah, Vuk is not, and I'm gonna go and jump here real quick, because I see some people have asked the question, once again, going back to what Casey Johnson was saying. Yeah, Vuk is an alien. The person with the silver white hair, that is the alien I referred to. And I meant to actually do this earlier, so here, I want to go ahead and hit y'all with some visual aids here. So yeah, this is who I'm talking about. When I talk about Vuk, that is who I'm talking about. The person that basically what she is playing. She is basically playing this character right here. This is the character. This character I have my cursor, my mouse going over. That is the character that she is playing. And so here, for those of you who've seen The Untouchables, back and to the left. Back and to the left. It's terrible. It's terrible. Get that shit out of here. But yeah, so yeah, she's a fucking alien. She's just fucking alien. That is all she really is. But anyways, get her out of here. So yeah, it says Steven Abernathy says that was the Eternal girl from Guardians 2. No, this is somebody else. That's somebody else. What's up, David Pledger? I see you in here. I'm late getting to you. I apologize, but hey, I see you in here. What's up? What's up? Lex Bryant says, personally, I think Charles is worse. Is the worst of his kind. He is. Personally, I think Charles is worse. He's kind of a hypocrite, while Magneto is Magneto. But let's say you understand why they were friends. Yeah, kind of. But the thing is, Magneto's wild problematic too. It ain't just Charles. They're both problematic because, yes, while Magneto, he is a very realistic person in the sense that, like, you know, he's the sum total. He's the sum total of what a person would be if they went through the things he went through and had the ability to fight back. So yeah, and Charles is just, well, he's just Charles. But Limpy says, come on, bro, hypocrisy is greater than genocide. Here you go. But that was more of a question. Eric and Charles are the same dude, just one enjoys murder way more. That is also true. That is also true. Here, I'm going back through here. It's Demolished. Says, being a Cyclops fan, what do you think of him in the movie? I thought he was fine. He's a leader. He's way more gung-ho in this movie than I think he's ever been in any of the previous movies, and you get a better sense, like, honestly, in the original X-Men movies, I just kind of felt like Jean and Cyclops were just together, but in this, you actually get why they are together. They're like, hey, the love feels more real in this movie, even though they don't spend a lot of time on it. It's just the chemistry they have. Like, you can tell that Jean really gives a shit about Cyclops. What's going on? Let's see, was that Kay's Pedal? Let me make sure I got that right. I don't want to fuck up a name. Wait, is Kay's Pedal 1? Or is it Kay's Pedal? I know they got the 1 in there. It says, and he's asked a question, he said, how is it that tax rebates in North Carolina canceled Swamp Thing? Is that just bad business decisions on making a show? That's as much as I've read. Okay, this is something I was going to say for later, but, you know, we can go ahead and get this out of the way now. And I'll talk, I kind of touch this briefly, and I'll come back to it a little more with a little extra. But, Carlos, good to know. So, Carlos, good to know. That's who sent that question. Thank you for that super chat. So here's what's going on here. Basically, Warner Media, they cut a deal with the state of North Carolina, and the deal is that the show, Swamp Thing, on DC Universe, was going to cost for an entire season $80 million. Now, that being said, the state of North Carolina was going to, they were going to front half the cost in a tax rebate for $40 million. But due to a clerical error, they did not do that. They only gave them $16 million. And that is not enough to cover half the cost. That is actually way less than half the cost. That's actually less than a quarter of the cost. And basically what they were saying is that, you know, the reason why, and I know there's some other stuff that comes in there too, the head of Warner Media, who's also overseeing the DC Universe streaming service, basically did not like the direction of the Swamp Thing show for whatever reason. I guess he wanted it to be more campy or just not as dark or horror themed, which you hired James fucking Wan to do it. What were you expecting? And not to mention, Swamp Thing is not campy, but whatever. Anyway. But the thing is, they won't be able to do another season at the same cost. This is also partially why the season episode number was cut from 13 to 10. Now, the state of North Carolina has come out and debunked this theory, supposedly. I'll get into that in a minute. But that's essentially what was going on there, is that it was kind of like hey, we're going to pay you this much, but wait, we're not. And it sucks, because the show is actually legitimately good, even just for only having seen, I think, 2 episodes. I think 2 episodes of it are out as we speak, 2 or 3. I've seen the first one. I thought it was great. It was fantastic. But, yeah, hey, what can you do? Let's get back up in here. I'm going to run through these. I'm going to try to run through these real quick. Let's see. No, Casey Johnson's is, Casey Johnson, yeah, and I guess I technically already answered, yeah, Vuk, not a Morlock, just an alien. Let's see, Lex Brown says, oh wait, they're talking about something else. Not gonna get into that one. Eon 001 says, I wish they did a Morlock story. They don't need such a big scale story. I do agree. I think the Morlocks are something that they've kind of just glossed over. They don't really... They kind of talked about the Morlocks in Last Stand, but that was it. And they weren't really even a central focus. Stephen Abernathy says, I think I only like these X-Men shows because Quicksilver is still alive. That is, I will say, Quicksilver gets... They don't... That is one thing they don't do. I was actually really surprised by that. Quicksilver doesn't get a huge, like, set piece like he did in the previous movies. And honestly, I know some people will hate that. I was actually okay with it because it seemed like the movie would just stop. And, like, it's like they caught lightning in a bottle, literally, because of the song, in Days of Future Past, and they felt they had to replicate it in X-Men Apocalypse, and I didn't like that one as much. Because I was like, okay, now you're trying too hard to do it. Let's see here. And Eon does agree. He actually, Eon agrees. They said that glad they didn't force another Quicksilver moment. I would have walked. I don't blame you. I would not have. Let's see here. Now, one thing I will say, that's the thing I find really disappointing about the whole Jessica Chastain thing, 'cause I see some people bringing it up in the comments. I actually think Jessica Chastain would have made a better White Queen. I think Jessica Chastain would have made a much better White Queen than this motherfucker over here. This mofo right here. I feel like that was a waste. That is a huge waste of a character. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. And let's go through it. Now, okay, another thing I kind of want to touch on too, because I know this was a major point of contention, is there was a scene in the movie where people got really in their feelings about Mystique talking about, with how many women keep saving this team, it should be called the X-Women. That line, I kind of feel like a lot of people got really in their feelings about that line. That line kind of reminds me of the fuck Batman line from the Titans trailer. Like, if you saw that clip out of context, it does seem kind of cringy. But in context, it makes total sense. And to be fair, Jean was the one who saved the day in X-Men Apocalypse. Theoretically, Mystique was very much a part of the finality of Days of Future Past, as was Kitty Pryde to a degree, for a degree. If not for Kitty Pryde, they wouldn't be going back in the first place to do what they're doing. You go to X-Men First Class. That one, a little bit different. That one's because it's more between Charles and Magneto. You go to X-Men Last Stand, that's kind of more of a Wolverine thing. You go to X2, Jean technically kind of saves everybody. So, I mean, yeah, in the majority of these X-Men movies, the women are the ones that are stepping up. So, I mean, I didn't take it as anything other than what it was. It's just a joke. And everyone in the audience that was watching the movie with me took it the same way. It's like, literally, Deadpool made the same joke in Deadpool 2 about how the X-Men's name was too backwards. It wasn't forward thinking. That's why he wanted to use X-Force. He makes literally the same joke. It's just that because Deadpool is more of a comedy, I guess people were more willing to accept it as a joke. Whereas in this movie, it's supposed to be like dark and grimdark serious. People weren't willing to accept it just like a one-liner. But yeah, and even the lady, I forget the name of the lady who said anything about it, but like she was also being very tongue-in-cheek about it as well. I think people just need to chill out. And yeah, it is kind of an outdated name. So whatever. Sue me is what I say. But yeah, let's get it. So I think everybody else is kind of coming in. Let's see. Cricket says this is the most positive review I've seen for this movie by a massive, massive margin. And you know what? I'm fine with that. Because, honestly, when I go into a movie, a lot of people win it. I'm going to go to you right now. A lot of people win this movie wanting it to be bad, and I didn't. I don't want any movie to be bad. Even Justice League. I knew Justice League was going to be some hot garbage, and I knew Batman v Superman was going to be some hot garbage. But I wanted them to be good, because if they suck, it just hurts the industry. It literally hurts the industry, and I don't want that. Even Kevin Feige said that when Justice League was getting lambasted. He was like, yeah, I don't want that because it makes it worse for everybody else who's trying to make superhero movies. And superhero movies, this is a thing now. It's going to go out the way the Westerns did. Stephen Hudgens, you asked me about the Swamp Thing. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. Eon 001 says, yeah, you need a good 5 years, and I fully understand. They could set up characters, but I don't need another X-Men movie for a while. Give me a date on Black Panther 2. I think Black Panther 2, might be 2021. It's got to be 2021, because it's going to be coming out roughly the same time that it did last year, like in February. So at least that was the original date they had announced. I want to say it's February 2021. So we're good there. Let's see here. Let me jump around. Let's see what we got here. I do agree, and I do actually agree with you on the Mystique thing. I do agree with what you're saying, as far as the Mystique, the Jennifer Lawrence business, yeah. She probably should. They instead of playing her as an actual hero, they should have made her an anti-hero like Loki. That would probably have worked a lot better for everybody involved. Cricket says they shouldn't even have the X-Men in Phase 6. Wait for the MCU reboot that will happen way down the line. I would not be mad about that either, because honestly, it's happening sooner or later. I would not be mad about that. Let's see here. And we Carter Presents says, and we still have the New Mutants movie. Yeah, we do. Next year. Lemon P says, comic panel of the week has to be Superman's father-son Kamehameha punch. Actually, yeah, you know what? I haven't been keeping up. I haven't been keeping up lately. I'm a little behind on my comics, but I have heard things. Let's see here. Eon 001 says Jedi Fallen Order looks better than Last Skywalker. Yeah, probably. It probably will be. I don't know. I'm always cautiously optimistic. Let's see here. 14-0 says, are we running Jean Grey's Fade? And I was like, nah, we're not gonna run it. I'm not gonna run it, man. Like I said, I don't hate it. Let's see. And here, oh wow, yeah, let's go down in here. Are the X-Men All Lives Matter? I mean, no, not really, because technically what the X-Men are about is that, mutant lives matter. So it would be the Friends of Humanity, or like the Purifiers, like Reverend William Stryker. They would be your All Lives Matter people. What's going on? What's going on over here, Clarence? What's going on? I see you in here. Lippy said North Carolina State came out and said, that's not true. Don't do my home state like that. It's problematic enough. Man, yeah, I know. Look, I understand. Look, hey, I love me some North Carolina. You're talking about Ric Flair country, man. I can't hate on Ric Flair country. Let's see here. What's up, Shirley? I see you in here. Let's see here. Whatever happened to that New Mutants movie Carter Presents ass? Next year. Clarence says, I will not be seeing Dark Phoenix. Never was. I knew it was DOA. I only saw it because we're going to be doing a collab. Justice League is going to be doing a collab. We're going to be talking about Dark Phoenix Saga, and I went to go see the movie just mostly for that. But otherwise, I probably would not have seen it either. So there you go. T5 Grace says, good lord, that's a lot of money. I think he's talking about the 80 million. Yeah, that is a lot of money. Lemon Piece asks, have you heard Priest is leaving Deathstroke? Talking about Christopher Priest leaving Deathstroke after issue 50. Which property would you like to see him on next? I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see Christopher Priest. Oh man, where would I like to see him go next? Man, he's actually been really showing out. I tell you what, you know what? Can we finally put some respect on Cyborg's name? Put that motherfucker on Cyborg, please. Fix Cyborg. Thank you. That's all I want. Actually, though, I would also like to see him do a Hellblazer. I'd love to see Christopher Priest do Hellblazer. That'd be amazing. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. What else we got in here? I'm gonna go ahead and jump on over. We're gonna jump on over to some of the stuff that I didn't save enough time to talk about. We're gonna do some rapid fire. Okay, so real quick, I guess since everybody's been talking about Swamp Thing, Swamp Thing. I guess let's talk about some Swamp Thing. Let's talk about it real quick. Now, remember I said we were talking about the tax break miscommunication here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up. Basically, what they're saying in here, Guy Gaster, the director of the North Carolina Film Office, contacted CBR to clarify that the state and Warner Brothers entered into their contract with both parties fully aware of how the numbers would break down. Further, Mr. Gaster provided the amount of the tax rebate as well as the actual tax break amount Swamp Thing was eligible to receive for its pilot episode in Season 1 overall. So, basically, the production team for Swamp Thing knew before production began that North Carolina would offer up to $4.9 million in rebates for their pilot episode and $12 million for the remainder of Season 1. They accepted said offer and even signed a contract with the state with those figures. Per state legislation, the North Carolina Film and Entertainment Grant can only award up to $12 million per season for a series. Per the program's guidelines, pilot episodes are counted as their own series, and in total, the program only receives $31 million annually. Now, that's where things get a little weird, because, once again, we were talking about the $40 million. The $40 million that they originally said they were supposed to get, that was all supposed to, cover half the cost. Now, if $31 million is closer to what they say actually they're supposed to get, it actually kind of lines up. It is kind of weird, I think, that that it even came this far, that it's even gotten to this point in the first place. But I know a lot of people are now kind of starting to question, all right, well, what's up with DC Universe? What's going on with the DC Universe app? Because people are like, oh, it's failing. Doom Patrol hasn't been renewed. Titans is really the only thing that's currently filming. And the Young Justice, the second half of Young Justice season 3 has yet, to be released. So, and of course we also got the live action Stargirl that's coming up, and then the animated Harley Quinn series, which is coming up in the next few months as well. Honestly, I don't think the DC Universe app is going to go anywhere just yet, because honestly, it literally just started. They're not going to fold that fast. I do think this is just one of those, I think it's kind of an isolated incident. I really do. I think it's just an isolated incident. I really think it's much ado about nothing. Now, y'all may have seen, I think I kind of, dude, what's going on, Wayne White? I see you in here. What's happening? I do think I kind of buried my lead a little bit, though. Y'all may have seen another thing on here I want to kind of talk about too, because in here I want to kind of queue up something, because I want this to be special. I want it to be the stuff of legend. So, how many of y'all are familiar? I mean, 'cause we were talking about the X-Men as far as Dark Phoenix is concerned. I know that it is one of those is one of those series that is probably near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. So I'm gonna play a little something real quick because I'm excited, but I want to taper everyone's excitement real quick by saying we don't know if this is 100% yet, but because I'm that dude, because I am that motherfucker, because I am that guy, I will go ahead. Let's go ahead and cue this up. Get excited. Get very excited because we may be getting back. We may be getting these cats back. I'm just playing with y'all. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Here's what's going on here, and I want to. Yeah, I didn't want. I know I said I didn't want to get anybody too excited, but I did anyway. Okay. So here's what's going on here. Just so I can explain. Basically, what's happening here is the original team that worked on the X-Men animated series from back in the 90s for Saban, who some of you may remember as the people who brought us the Power Rangers and the VR Troopers and the Big Bad Beetleborgs. They also were over the X-Men animated series. And the creative team behind it, supposedly, as the Hollywood Reporter is stating here, is that they are aiming to approach Disney, which now, of course, holds the rights to the characters, about a continuation of the series. And they said, the only thing we'd like to do more than anything else is continue where we left off. Series producer and director Larry Houston said that outlet reports the series' aesthetic might change in the revival. Details about what considerations Disney would have to take in reviving the property were not mentioned. It was not made clear when the team would approach the studio. But just so you know, it's out there, and it's something that, honestly, I think Disney would be a fool to not take. You would be a fucking fool to not. That was literally the X-Men license to print money. It's a license. Literally, it is a license. Look,
cut the check.
Just that's all I'm saying. Cut the damn check. I'm sorry. People love the X-Men. People love that cartoon. The X-Men 90s series is so popular, they even tried to bring it back in comic book form because people are that in touch with that series. That series informed a lot of people's idea of what the X-Men is. People who didn't even read comics. I know a lot of people who believe certain things about the X-Men because of that cartoon series, even though those things didn't actually happen in the comics. Kind of like the whole thing where people assume that Carol Danvers was in a coma for decades because Rogue took her powers. It's not the case. That was something that was only in the cartoon. It was literally just the cartoon. Carol Danvers was in the X-Men comics after that all happened. They just did it. I don't know. I don't even know why they really did it. I honestly don't even understand why they did it for the cartoon. But I mean, but no, the X-Men, the 90s X-Men specifically, the late 80s, early 90s X-Men, those are the X-Men that people give a shit about. And that's my squad.
To this day.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
To this day.
But I mean, it is what it is. But will we get it? I don't know. I want it. I would be willing, and I'm going to tell you right now because I know they're going to put it. If they do it, they're going to put it on Disney Plus. I will pay a premium to get that series. I'm just going to throw it out there right now. But anyways, I will say this. But yeah, I'm excited for it because if this happens, do you know what would happen to today's generation? Do you know what would happen if people could go back If today's youth, if today's current comics fans who don't have this series, do you know how crazy it would be for them if they could, just wake up in the morning, turn on the TV, and just hear this? Do you know this is too lit. It's too lit. This series is freaking amazing. Now you have the fifth season. Fifth season is some straight trash. Fifth season is some straight up do. It is some straight up do. I do not like it. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. I would not be mad. Also, I do think too, go ahead and bring back all the X-Men series. Give me this series. Give me a Wolverine and the X-Men. Give me that back. I would love to see that again. Just whatever you do not revive Pride of the X-Men. Don't revive the X-Men. That one is that one's got some problems. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate Pride of the X-Men. I actually really like it. I actually really like it. It's one of those things, it's nostalgia. I have a soft spot in my heart for it. Love me some Pride of the X-Men. I watch it at least once, twice, maybe 3 times a year. Just cause it is short. It's only 20 minutes. I actually thought about it. Maybe I might do a commentary for it one day. Maybe one of the next streams. Maybe I'll do a live watch of of Pride of the X-Men. I have it right here. I'm literally looking dead at it. But we don't have time for it right now. There's some other stuff I want to take care of first. Let's see here. Let's go. Before we jump into the next thing, says Carlos says, the Dark Phoenix X-Men look inspired from the Grant Morrison's new X-Men run. Apologies if y'all mentioned that already. No. That's perfect. I didn't mention it earlier, but yes, that is the suits they're using are the Grant Morrison new X-Men suits. Everybody's there saying oh yeah, I take it everybody is Clarence says, can we get a praise break for this? Yes. Look. Look, so I'm gonna go tell you right now, man, when it comes to this, literally the only words I can use to describe the X-Men 90 series.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Yes. The cream. The cream of the crop. Okay, so yeah, and now that I've made everybody's emotions run wild, let's see. Wayne White says, I have a certain set of skills, and if you continue to play with my emotions, I will use those set of skills to find you and hurt you. Just playing. I appreciate that. Look, trust me. When I saw this last night, and you know what? I tell you what, since I'm already fucking with y'all's emotions, let's go ahead and do it some more. Let's do it some more. Y'all want some more? You want me to toy with y'all a little bit more? Do you want an encore? Do you want more? Is that how it goes? I don't really remember. Okay, so your man's. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. I had it saved, and it kind of disappeared on me. So now I'm having to find it again. But basically, just know that, how do y'all feel? Here we go. Found it. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm not going to tease you. So put this one on the rumor mill. Blade may appear in a HULU Marvel series. Now, here's the deal. They say, according to a new rumor, the vampire Blade could finally be returning to screens as a member of the Marvel Cinematic Universe thanks to Marvel's upcoming HULU lineup. Because remember, Disney now owns HULU. They actually own all of HULU pretty much. It's not fully materialized, but they technically own HULU now. But Marvel, because they already have a partnership with Hulu, and they're basically going to be using all their supernatural stuff. So, like, Ghost Rider is getting a series on Hulu. Hellstrom is getting a series, which is actually going to be, it's not just going to be, was it Jason? Is it Damon or Jason? I can never remember his first name. But it's going to be him and his sister. They're both going to be on the series. It's going to be kind of, basically think Supernatural, but where one of the siblings is a woman. There you go. And she is also from the comics, so nobody get in your feelings that there's a woman on TV. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But they say basically that the character Blade could be joining the proverbial monster mash alongside numerous other horror-centric Marvel characters, because a lot of this stuff is supposed to start materializing closer to Halloween, so there you go. It's not, and they do make a point to say this, not made clear whether he's getting his own series or would simply just show up in someone else's, so let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Bring it in. We gotta rein it in. Rein it back in. Like I said, I'm down. I'm in for a penny. I'm in for a pound. So, hey, that's how I view all of this. Now they do say, because nothing has been officially announced yet, don't take a lot of this to heart. But one thing you can take into heart is that was it MCU Cosmic, who's been pretty good about breaking stories on like Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff. They have recently reported that Marvel recently filed a new trademark for Spirits of Vengeance, like Spirits plural, because they even had a comic come out not too long ago called Spirits of Vengeance, and it had Ghost Rider, Hellstrom, Blade, Clea, a few other characters. So yeah, or no, it wasn't Clea. It may have been somebody else. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, point is, and it's not. And I know as far as Ghost Rider goes, it's not going to be Johnny Blaze. It's going to be Robbie Reyes, because they're using the same guy. Is it Gabriel Luna, who played him on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So there you go. They got that. So yeah, that's another story. That's another story I was able to get out here. Okay, I want to talk about something real quick, because we're talking about I don't know if this matters to anybody, but I'm gonna kind of spend some time on it real quick. We're not gonna stay on it too long. Let's stay to task. So I got some sad news for those of you. I know some of you may be familiar with Deadly Class, because I did a video on it a ways back when the series was getting ready to air. But yeah, Deadly Class has been canceled by SyFy. Not only has Deadly Class been canceled, but so has Happy, which both of these are comics, comic book adaptations. Now, I'm going to go say right now, they weren't canceled because they were bad. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. I can go and tell you that right now. Deadly Class actually was making, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say they were doing numbers. They had a rabid fan base. Fan base was all over. They were constantly trending on Twitter. Everyone I knew was talking about it. Everyone just loved it. But the thing is, I don't know what happened in there somewhere, and same goes for Happy, too, because I haven't met too many people who didn't like Happy. Like, almost everyone who likes Happy. I don't know whether that one was doing the numbers, but they basically have canceled. Both of them. I don't know if there's anything else under here. Both programs. Whoa. Okay, never mind. Maybe I was wrong. They say both programs struggled with ratings earlier this year, despite a strong start for Happy's first season and an upward trend for Deadly Class. Yeah, because I thought Deadly Class actually did really good as we're going towards the end. But they say Happy and Deadly Class are currently being shopped by Universal, cable television, and Sony, respectively, for renewals at other networks. The first season of Happy has reportedly been performing well on Netflix, leading speculation that it may get picked up by the premium streaming service. And that's one of those things too, like, I kind of feel like, okay, maybe they did struggle, but the thing is, SyFy is not a good mirror for that, because they're not a good barometer for what's successful and what gets ratings, because they've canceled multiple shows that were doing well. They canceled Dark Matter, they canceled The Expanse. I think they may have canceled The Magicians. They canceled, did they cancel 12 Monkeys, or was 12 Monkeys on that one? I don't remember. I'm just going to put it this way. They cancel shows for no reason. They literally will cancel a show regardless of how well it's doing, so... Honestly, and I want to say that I'm saying this in the nicest way humanly possible, and probably in the best Kanye voice I can do, SyFy doesn't care about black people. And SyFy doesn't care about Deadly Class, Happy, good television. There you go. These are facts. So, get you a little NXT salute. By the way, NXT TakeOver, man. Woo! Dude, Kyle O'Reilly's back. Man, go look up this man's Twitter. Go check out his back after that ladder match. Woo! There you go. The nectar of the gods. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on along. Next up on the hit parade. How many of y'all watch The Runaways? Anybody here watch The Runaways? I know I'm asking this and it probably won't come up for another few seconds. But if you do, I got good news. They have not been canceled. The Runaways, apparently... They are going to be bringing on, there we go. They are going to be bringing on actress Elizabeth Hurley, who I don't know, some of you may or may not be familiar with. I don't know. I'm assuming people may or may not know who she is, but this is her right here. That's Elizabeth Hurley. Boom. She was most people probably know her for the Austin Powers movies. I think she was in the movie, I think it was Bedeviled, something like that. I can't remember. It was something with Brendan Fraser. I think where she plays the devil. She's a pretty solid actress. She mostly is known for like doing comedies for the most part. But she is going to be playing Morgan Le Fay in The Runaways. So The Runaways are getting into some shenanigans for Season 3. They're actually pulling out all the stops for Season 3, which makes me worried that they might be getting ready to close down shop. But, she is basically going to be coming in as Morgan Le Fay and as the season's big bad. Like, she's going to be the overall big bad for the season. I'm behind on Season 2. I only got, I think a few episodes into Season 2. I haven't got a chance to finish it. Just so much stuff's been going on. So much TV has been coming out. But I think it's actually pretty cool because this actually opens up for so much other stuff. I mean, this opens up for the Black Knight. This opens up for Doctor Doom. This opens up for King Arthur. And by proxy, that also means Merlin, which by proxy also means Captain Britain. So yes, I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about this. I think this is going to be fantastic. Hopefully. I think it's going to be fantastic. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump on over. We're doing kind of like lightning round on some of these. I guess, let's go ahead and keep it with casting news. This one's kind of old. It's about a week old. We don't even really know if it's true because it kind of came up when John Wick 3 dropped. So that's kind of when stuff like this happens, like actors who are hot at the moment, you start hearing rumors about them, so they could be true, they could not be true. But John Wick, your man's John Wick might fuck around and join the MCU. This says, Keanu Reeves reportedly in negotiations with Marvel for the Eternals. Which that's already they're already got a little bit of a big cast going on there. It says, a new report surfaced that is sure to get Marvel fans excited. According to MCU, Cosmic Marvel Studios is looking to cast Keanu Reeves in the Eternals. Apparently, the actor is currently in negotiations with the studio, so nothing is set in stone yet. And basically, kind of one of those weird things that, and they bring this up in the article, the fact that originally Keanu Reeves was supposed to be in Captain Marvel. He was supposed to play Yon-Rogg. So there you go. But he had to drop out because of commitments to John Wick 3, which is how Jude Law wound up getting the role. And some people may or may not remember, Keanu Reeves, there was actually news way back that he was supposed to be in Captain Marvel. I actually went back and looked and was like, oh, this tracks. But anyways, the movie already stars Angelina Jolie. She may be playing Cersei. We don't know yet. Kumail Nanjiani, he's going to be in it. He's really good. He's the actor from The Big Sick. I think he also directed that too. He's really good. Also, my man, Ma Dong-suk, from Train to Busan. I love that guy. He is amazing. I thought they were actually going to get a different guy from Train to Busan, but then I realized it was him. I was like, oh, dude, that's amazing. But they also say the film, the Eternals that are rumored to be included are Karen, Hercules, Druig, Piper, the Forgotten One, Icarus, Bakari, Star Fox, and Zurus. And that also means, depending on when the movie takes place, Thanos may or may not have a small role in the film as well. Because I remember Star Fox, Eros, is Thanos' brother. So, you got that. So, things are happening. So, yeah, you got that going on. What else is happening? And then we'll get into some more questions. I'll start digging into some questions here in a minute. Here, let's go back to, let's get out of this. Let's drop that for a moment. And I want to talk about something real quick. Somebody brought it up to me the other day. And this is about Wonder Woman. So, Patty Jenkins, the other day, she dropped this picture on her Twitter because Warner Brothers is skipping Hall H this year. And I was actually, originally, before I decided to do anything with Dark Phoenix, I actually originally was going to this was going to be the lead, is talking about why Warner Brothers is skipping out. But we're not talking. It got pushed to the back because so much other stuff kind of happened between now and the time I started prepping for this. But Hall H, and if I'm not mistaken, I honestly think you should probably get used to the idea of studios not going to Hall H, at least not for comic book movies anymore. Warner Brothers is apparently more focused on It, Chapter 2. So that is why Warner Brothers is not bringing any of the DCEU stuff. They're not bringing Wonder Woman. They're not bringing anything that they're working on currently. But Patty Jenkins said because she couldn't wait, she wanted to show this off. And I know some people were kind of shitting on it. They're like, oh, this looks awful. She doesn't wear an armor like that in the comics. And I was like, well, but what if she does? What if she does, in fact, wear an armor very similar to that one in the comics? And here, I actually can kind of show you where it comes from. Okay, so bear with me a little bit. So this one right here. This is the comic. I forget which one this is from. I think this is... It doesn't say, but technically she wears this armor in Kingdom Come. It's not exactly the same armor. It's very close. It's not... The one that we see in the shot with Gal Gadot is more of a... It's less bird-ish and more like just kind of typical warrior armor. But it's pretty cool. I thought it was nice. I'm game for it. I don't care. At the end of the day, I think it's kind of to get away from the issues that arose with her costume and really with costuming as a whole between Wonder Woman and Justice League. Because some of you may recall the kerfluffle that happened a ways back. And here, let's see here. Amazon costumes, Justice League comparison. Let's do this. And here, hopefully this will do what I want it to do. Here, okay. So, for those who have seen, what you're looking at here is the difference between... Over here on this side is Wonder Woman. Over here on this side is Justice League. Now, granted, I get it. I know one of the excuses given was that, well, technically in the flashback scenes, no, this was in the modern day scenes too. So no, that does not track. Yeah, they went for more skin on the Amazons, and this is when you start getting into the Skyrim armor mod debate, and it's like, oh, well, it's like, let's wear, like, cause here, okay, they got legs, arms showing, but they, like, vital organs, for the most part, at least in some fashion, are covered. Here it's like, yeah, well, let's show some belly. Let's show some belly. Let's let that belly out, man. We gotta show that belly meat so we can, so they can get the sword right in there. I mean, not that any of this would actually protect anybody from a sword, but it's just one of those things I think is really odd. It was an odd choice. Not to mention with Wonder Woman herself, when during the Justice League movie, they did way more upskirt shots on her than were probably necessary. I really don't think they should have done any. I mean, it's just like, dude, really? Do we really need that? I don't need that. I don't know. It's like, if I want to look at pictures of Gal Gadot's ass, if I want to look at the ass of Gal Gadot, there's Google image search for that. I don't need to go see it in a movie. I just don't. So there's that. But yeah, so this is your Wonder Woman 1984, Wonder Woman 84 outfit. That's the one that was trending. People were losing their shit over. And I don't know why people, like, there were some people I saw that got really up in arms because they were like, oh, it just screams gay pride or, Pride Month. And it's like, that's kind of the point. It's Wonder Woman. She comes from an island full of women. Like, I think, I don't have the comic in front of me, but I do remember not too terribly long ago that Wonder Woman was literally like, talking to Superman and was like, hey, Superman was like, oh, I think it's so cool that, you're all about, gay marriage and all this other stuff. And she's like, well, it's not, gay marriage, where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's like, that's not what it is, in my land, it's just marriage. Which I thought was a pretty cool line. It got the point across. It did everything, essentially, that it is, supposed to do. And I was fine with it. I don't remember what it was from, but it was a thing. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like literally gay marriage is not a thing on Themyscira because it's literally just marriage. Women are all over Themyscira. If they get married, it's literally just married. It's kind of like the whole syndrome argument. When everyone is super, no one is super. So there you go. That said, I think that's really about everything. That's really about everything I really wanted to cover. Everything else was kind of like, BS. Just dumb shit. Like, just really dumb shit. But anyway, let's see. Where are we at? Man, dude, we are up there. Tell you what, we are going to do about, we're going to do some questions here. I want to take about the next, we'll do about 15. We'll take questions for the next 20 minutes or so. We'll take it straight to 2 hours. We'll do that. I'm willing to do that, and then I gotta get the hell up out of here. I got stuff to take care of. I gotta get ready for this flight to Brooklyn on Friday, which I know is days away. But if you knew how I procrastinate when it comes to like packing and making sure all my because I'm taking my gear with me. So if you knew how I like to get prepared at the last ass second, then there you go. I don't know. But, let's see. Let's see. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll go and give you a little shout out real quick. Wayne White, what's poppin'? I see you in here. You said, hey, we just want to do a quick shout out to the chat room. Anybody here on Facebook, hit me up on the Just Us League of Geeks, a group I helped create, but don't admin. Quite large, and we are a fun group of geeks. Y'all go check that out. Go check out that group. I I give that endorsement. And I will be checking it out as well. But no, anyway. I think I just dropped something. Oh, well. Doesn't matter. Okay. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and jump on in here. What kind of questions we got up in here? Let's see. Dude, I will say this. Devontae said Wonder Woman looking a little thicker. I mean, to be fair, Gal Gadot actually said when she was working on Wonder Woman that she was not going to go back to her original weight, that she was going to stay at this weight. So if anything, she was going to get bigger for the next movie. Because she said, because a lot of people forget, before she was a model, she used to be in, I think, in the Israeli army. So, I mean, she ain't no joke, man. She a straight up killer. Let's see here. But anyways, let's go. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Oh, Lemon P says, wait a minute, he said, I'll see myself out. It's not gay marriage where I come from. Sheesh, that's a bar. I got grievances, my man. Okay, all right. Let's see, anyway, let's see here. Wilbur Robinson asks, yo, Blerd, did you watch Super Showdown? If so, what are your thoughts? Okay, here, let's get back into the full cam. Okay, hold on real quick. Let me take a sip real quick. Here, I'm gonna take a sip. I don't wanna I'm a little parched. Okay. Super Showdown. I did not watch it. However, I have thoughts. I'll put it this way. I didn't watch it while it was live. I watched clips of it. So, I mean, I probably am not the best person to answer your questions about it. But I will say that as far as Super Showdown goes, it was a shit show. From everything I heard, it was everything I thought it was going to be. It is not a WrestleMania stand-in or equivalent. It was a shit show pay-per-view where the women, once again, were not allowed to be there to wrestle because of the Saudi government, which is funny to me because they literally let women perform there when other people come to Saudi Arabia. So, I don't get that. But, oh, hey, TJ Ridgeway donated $2 for the super chat! Okay, my man TJ Ridgeway says, I need Kevin Feige to cut a Matt Riddle rant on Fox. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what, that's the best part. That was the best part of Super Showdown, was Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle was on point. Matt Riddle was going for Goldberg's neck every last single second that the show was on. And when the match was on, oh my God. Dude, Matt Riddle is the new GOAT. He is the new Twitter GOAT. The thing about Super Showdown, and this is why I think it's stupid that the women couldn't wrestle at Super Showdown, because they showed a promo package for Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans, which was on the fucking Titantron. And the crowd went nuts when they saw Becky Lynch on the screen. So clearly, they do not have an issue. Or at least, I know the government has an issue, but the people of Saudi Arabia have no issue with seeing Becky Lynch on the marquee. So, yes, I think that was stupid. Okay, I also think it was stupid that Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin. Big banter, Baron Corbin. I thought, well, by the way, I want to point out, I don't hate Baron Corbin. I love his theme music. I love his moves, the End of Days, the Deep Six. I think they're amazing. I even think he's a pretty good wrestler. I just think that under Vince, he's just misused. But anyway, neither here nor there. And he's a good heel because he's doing exactly what you want him to do. He makes you upset. But that's what a good heel does. A good heel makes you upset. Now, he does have some go-away heat. I think he had more go-away heat when he was general manager, but I think he's better now. But the thing is Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Strap. I did not appreciate that. And I didn't appreciate Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE strap either. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because these matches went 11 and 10 minutes respectively. Meanwhile, Randy Orton versus Triple H went 25 minutes. It's not a main event match. It's not a marquee match. Nobody cared. I didn't care about this match. Now, one thing I will say, I did appreciate that Triple H put Randy Orton over. I do appreciate that. I do not think part-timers should be going over full-timers, especially when that part-timer rarely ever wrestles. So it was good to see Triple H put Randy Orton over for the win. I did not appreciate Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon. I thought it was a dumb match. There's no reason why a man of Shane McMahon's age and his level of purple he's not wrestling, just cutting a promo. No, it's dumb. It's dumb. I think it's stupid. And they're like, oh, it's supposed to set up the Drew McIntyre Roman Reigns feud. Why? I feel like I'm about to do my Jay Alexander. Why are we doing this? So yeah, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm not with it at all. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. Other than that, what else happened to Superstar? Oh God! Oh, Undertaker. Oh my God. Oh, the Taker. Oh, the Taker. I almost forgot. I almost forgot about you, Undertaker. You and Bill Goldberg, y'all shit the bed. Y'all shit the bed. When I say you shit the bed, you shit the bed, goddammit. But no, wait, I gotta saving a tweet to come back to later so I can respond to it. Sorry. Ooh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so I want to show y'all something. I want y'all to see something here. This is... Here, let's... Like, this right here. Like, all this. Like, this is... That's the match you got. This is going to be on Botchamania. I think this whole match... Like, Botchamania usually cuts up clips for the stuff that they cover. It's going to be... They're just probably just going to show the whole match. Whole match was shit. And then on top of all that, let me go back. Here, let me see if I can find it. Oh God. Oh God, this is so terrible. This is just so terrible. I'm sorry. I know I'm kind of... Here it is. Booyah. I found it. And this is my boy Sean White here who found this for me. But dude, look at this. Look at this tombstone. Goldberg is dead. He's dead. He's not really dead, no, but he should be. That tombstone, and I know what happened, and a lot of people said that, Goldberg slipped. He kind of inadvertently slipped, but he also didn't tuck his neck. He didn't tuck his chin. He's supposed to tuck in a little bit. It's kind of like the reverse of how you sell a Styles Clash. Styles Clash, you don't tuck your chin in because you will kill yourself. You kind of just lay your head kind of flat. You kind of stay stationary. But anyways, neither here nor there. Let's see. What's next on here? John K says, I got into War of the Realms for all the side characters. Can you list a few characters you might be interested in? For the side characters, well, I have been enjoying Venom so far in War of the Realms. He's technically not the main guy. I've actually been really enjoying the new Agents of Atlas. I've also been enjoying Journey into Mystery. So that would be like your characters like Miles Morales, Kate Bishop, Druid. I almost said Wiccan because I get them mixed up sometimes. Baldur, Wonder Man, so on and so forth. I also really like Spider-Man and the League of Realms because I love the League of Realms. I think they're such good characters. Sir Ivory, Honeyshot, Screwbeard, Ood the Troll. I just think they're really funny. They're like the new Warriors 3, as far as I'm concerned. And I think they're a better version of it, actually. Who else? I think Punisher is great in War of the Realms. Really, there's really not too much bad I can say about War of the Realms. I think the only books in War of the Realms, and I didn't cover this one because I actually forgot about it, and I like Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I just don't think that Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur had anything really to do in War of the Realms. Iron Man, he's doing his thing. He'll pop up in the video for later. But yeah, it's just stuff. It's just stuff. Let's see here. Let's see. Casey Johnson says, it was smooth up to the main event, then bad things happened. Casey's talking about Super Showdown. And yeah, no, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I will, however, say that I thought the best part of this whole thing was this. Right here, where it says Seth Rollins is ready to travel back in time to erase the contract between Saudi Arabia and WWE, because he's wearing a suit. Here, let me pull up. Yeah, he's wearing his ring attire, because Seth Rollins is a nerd just like the rest of us, and his ring attire was basically the Avengers in-game suit, because he did Thanos for WrestleMania the previous year, if I'm not mistaken, or he did it for another pay-per-view. He did the Night King for WrestleMania. He did Thanos a little later. I think it was for like a couple of pay-per-views after that, if I'm not mistaken, which I thought was pretty cool. Here, let's go back to this. But yeah, okay. So, and let's see here. Oh, God, TJ Rivers said, "What a knee bar, bro." Yes. Here, let me, dude, I gotta pull up Matt Riddle's Twitter, man. Matt Riddle's Twitter is off the fucking charts. I'm sorry, dude. Matt Riddle is off the fucking charts. Yes! Here, I want y'all to see this. Matt Riddle on the airplane talking Cash Money says, also, when did being honest become a bad thing, and why can't mean people sell properly? 2019, you crazy, bro. Dude. Bro. Oh my God, dude. Matt Riddle is weapons grade level shade. And he says, I love pro wrestling so much, and that's why I get mad at certain people, because they're unsafe, dangerous, and a liability to everybody else. I've worked hard to get where I am, and this is only the beginning. P.S. Undertaker is a stallion and is a true legend. So bear in mind, he's not making fun of The Undertaker. He's making fun of Goldberg. He even threw some shade at Goldberg. Oh, wait a minute. Here, I want to see this.
What?
Here, let's see if I can get this.
What a knee bar.
I don't know if I can get it to play, but
What a knee bar, bro. What a knee
oh yeah, what a knee bar, bro.
Make me mad. You're making me mad.
You're making me mad, bro. You're making me mad. But no, I love the fact that, yeah, dude, Matt Riddle, he's talking Cash Money shit, but look, awesome job, bro. You're already bleeding and the match hasn't even started. Wow. Shots fired.
Oh, man, this.
Let's see. The circle of bro. Respect the future because soon you'll be the past. Dude, Matt Riddle is, oh my God. Yes. Dude, I love this shit, man. I love it. Anyway, sorry, I had to deep dive into that one, man. I'm sorry. I love Matt Riddle, man. He's just great. But yeah, anyways. Let's see here. Wilbur Robinson says, I think if women can't wrestle on that card, they shouldn't make the Raw after he says they should make the Raw after a ladies' night. I wouldn't be mad about that, because honestly, the women are actually some of the better wrestlers in WWE right now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The women's matches tend to be better now. They tend to have the better storylines, they tend to have the better work rate, they tend to have the better everything going on right now, and I'm sorry, but it's a fact. It's a fact. It's just a fact. It's just facts, bro. Bro. Anyway. That cash-in attempt was funny. That's what Casey Johnson was saying. Dude, that cash-in was, oh, God, that was painful. That was painful to watch. Clarence E. Davis says, Mark Calloway, retire for real, please. Yes, please. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm an Undertaker fan.
To this day.
But goddamn. Goddamn. Let's see. TJ Ridgeway says, you hear Vince was pissed at Taker for not carrying the match. Dude's in his 60s with bad hips. What the fuck did he expect? Okay, so here's my thing. You're going to sit up here and tell me you expect Undertaker to carry Bill Goldberg. What?
You gotta be joking me!
What?
You gotta be joking me!
What? What the fuck are you talking about? What?
Oh, man, is this?
Vince need to go somewhere. I'm sorry. He needs to go somewhere. Wilbur Robinson says, who booked the match 20 years too late? Vince. I guarantee that was all Vince. Lemon Piece asks, how do you think they would take it if how do you think would take it if they threw the hands? Miles Morales or Wallace West? Oh man, okay, so you said Wallace. So we're talking about Black Wally West. So man, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one because see, technically, Miles ain't no slouch. Like Miles has dealt with people with, I guess, similar or same power set as what like Wallace West has, but Wallace West has a Speed Force. So I mean, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, look. Okay, here you go. I'm booking the match right now. Here's how it goes down. Miles Morales comes out with the wild Miles Morales throwback gear. He's gonna come out. He's gonna come out with the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse suit. Wallace is gonna come out with the OG Wally West costume. The OG Wally West costume. So they're going to be doing a little cosplay. They come down to the ring, get in the ring, stare each other down. They get in each other's face. They do the whole thing. They get like forehead to forehead, talking cash money shit, talking wild breezy. And the next thing you know, they start trading blows. This is a hot start. It's going down right now. And next thing you know, man, Wallace just starts running circles around, doing the whole like phase deal when Miles is trying to whip him up and hit him with some punches, and the next thing you know, Miles comes up. Miles, he winds up coming up with a few moves. He starts kind of getting booked a little stronger. He's coming back with moves. He hits him with that Venom Shock. But the Venom Shock don't necessarily hit Wallace exactly the way he's thinking because, it's technically bioelectricity and Speed Force. He's literally got electricity running through him. Man, Wallace uses that, juices himself up, and just starts putting paws on him, putting mad paws on him. And the next thing you know, it's over. Hits him with the RKO, hits him with the Speed Force RKO out of nowhere. Miles, because this is NXT, so it's not over just yet. So Miles kicks out of that because Miles kind of like Johnny Gargano. We're gonna make Wallace West gonna be like Adam Cole, baby. So yeah, it's gonna go. This is gonna go about 30 minutes. It's gonna go about 30 minutes. They're gonna go all the way down to the wire. Miles Morales, he's gonna be trying to hit him with wild Panama Sunrises, wild SOSs, wild knees. This is gonna be insane. Even though I know I kind of mix up the moves between the two characters, but yeah. Anyway, neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, I think actually because of the fact that Wallace hit like Miles's main bread and butter probably won't work on Wallace West. That's kind of the main reason. So, which is the Venom Shock. So that's why I think that would go that way. I think it would be Wallace West with a wild Panama Sunrise with a last shot knee to the back of the skull, and then he goes over, takes the NXT strap. There you go. I just booked that for you. Let's see. Wait a minute. Lee Pittman says, "Juice of poetry." Yes. Let's see here. Lemon Piece asks, also, have you watched Godzilla King of the Monsters yet? I have. As of this video, have watched King of the Monsters. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. It's kind of a slick remake of Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, if anyone's ever seen that one. With a splash of Godzilla Final Wars. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but that's the one where Godzilla is basically fighting everybody. Only, not really. Well, in Final Wars he is, not in King of the Monsters. That's spoilers for that. So yeah, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I know a lot of people bitched about the fact that the humans weren't in it enough, but this is a Godzilla movie. I don't give a fuck about that. Let's see here. Curtis Robinson says the only thing they got right was Gene. Is how Gene got the powers. I won't disagree with that. I mean, I think that here's the thing. I actually think the drama between the characters was actually not bad in Dark Phoenix. And I actually thought the way that Gene got the powers was done very well. And I even think the way that Gene portrayed the powers was very well. I think everybody pretty much portrayed their powers very well. And you get some scenes like what we've never seen before, especially like when Storm, Magneto, Beast, and everybody, Nightcrawler, everybody starts working together. Dude, it actually gets really cool towards the end. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to be everybody's favorite. I know a lot of people are going to hate it, but I didn't hate it, so there you go. Let's see here. Wilbur Robinson says Speed Force, Super Kick, or Stunner. Man, you know what? I think Super Kick. Gotta go for the Super Kick, man. Super Kick. Super Kick City, man. Super Kicks. Lee Pittman says Spider Sense beats Speed Force, in my honest opinion. But the thing is, but what if you can't move fast enough to react to said... Because here's the thing. This is what people forget about Miles Morales' Spider Sense. It doesn't work the same way as Peter Parker's. Peter's tells him about shit like well in advance. Miles usually doesn't warn him until the threat is actually already incoming. So I mean, it still gives him time to dodge something from somebody that he's faster than, but he's not faster than Wallace. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Dude, first off, can I just say, Will Robinson says, someone is clearly down with the Undisputed Era. Dude, you already know. Dude. Boom. Boom! Dude, when Adam Cole came out to TakeOver and had with the wild rap lyrics, dude, I was in for it. Because at first I was like, is someone really rapping over his music? That don't sound good. And then the more they went, the more dude was going with it, I was like, yes, come out to this have this dude on decky all the time. Have him ready to roll at a moment's notice. Dude was dropping bars. Because even when he was able to even mix it in with the stuff that Adam Cole usually does, like when he gets on the ropes and then he does like this whole boom, and then like and the whole crowd goes in with him, and he gets in, he gets down, he jumps, he's like, Adam Cole, baby! And it's like, dude, I love how they did it. It was done really well. And that also let me know Adam Cole was going to go over. Y'all ain't go through all this trouble for nothing. Lemon P says, I don't care what no one says. King Ghidorah is now dubbed King Superhead. Damn. Did anyone notice, speaking of King Ghidorah, did anyone who saw the movie, did you notice how they don't really do this in the Japanese version ones, but I liked how Ghidorah, here, I want to pull something up real quick, because I want to see if I can show this to you. I loved how Ghidorah, the middle head was controlling everything, and the other two heads were like just kind of there for the ride. I thought that was pretty cool. Here, let me see. Godzilla Final Wars Ghidorah. Let me see if I can find this. I'm trying to see if I can. Here, let's see. Okay, here. I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm gonna try not to get in too much trouble for this, but here, we're gonna kill that because the music is trash. But for those of you that haven't seen Godzilla Final Wars, these are some shots. These are some shots from the movie. If you want to know who that is that just dropped, that is actually King Ghidorah. That's actually King Ghidorah right there. You don't know it at first, At least not at first. But, yeah, it's at this point right here where he starts to, like, evolve like he's a freaking Pokemon. And the heads start to, like, split off, and then he becomes, you know, the Ghidorah that we know. Actually, the trick that Ghidorah was doing in King of the Monsters, where he was, like, holding Godzilla up and, like, biting into him and sucking the life out of him, that actually comes from this movie. That actually comes from Final Wars, which is, I thought was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Let me see if I can find... Yeah, dude. Like I said, this movie is live. I love it. I think it's great. Matter of fact, here it is. This is the part here I was talking about. But yeah, that's about roughly when he actually full on turns into King Ghidorah, and the heads end up splitting apart. And granted, bear in mind, this is a movie that came out in 2005. But I really dug how they did everything in this movie. Like, it's actually probably my favorite Godzilla movie of all time, above any and all everything else. And like, see how he's doing right there? He's biting into him. They do this in the actual movie itself. So there you go. But and then let me see. Do they do the? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Whoop! Fling him up in the air. He gone. But anyways, yeah. So that's, if you want to know my thoughts on King Ghidorah. Anyway. Let's see. Clarence says, how is Netflix faring in the streaming wars? Are they dead in the water? Nah, not yet. They're still doing pretty good. They're doing better than most. Way better than most. Let's see here. Oh, we got a new subscriber here. Sam Bernabe, or is it Bernabe? I probably mispronounced it both times. Either way, welcome to Earth's Mightiest Subscribers. Thank you for jumping in. Mike Miller says, what happened to Godzuki? Well, here's the thing. I think that was more of the cartoon. In the Japanese version, it's Minra, or Milla. Something like that. But Milla is in Godzilla Final Wars. Yes. Very much so. Jason Brown, what's poppin'? Let's see here. Casey Jones says it was pretty much, he says pretty much warned him on Impact. I knew as soon as I seen the rapper, I knew he was winning. Yeah, no, I knew it on sight. As soon as I heard dude come out rapping his lyrics, I was like, it's over. Gargano ain't winning this. Anyways, oh man, let's see here. Shirley Lewis says, oh wow, wrestling. Yeah, I talk about wrestling sometimes. I'm a huge wrestling fan, which, by the way, I do want to let y'all know, I do have some, for those of you who are my wrestling fans, who are wrestling fans like myself, I will, at some point, not yet, it's not happening just yet, so I don't want to get hopes up, but I will be doing something wrestling related here soon. Now, I'm going to say, full disclosure, I'm not running that channel or that podcast or whatever it becomes, but just know I will be doing something wrestling related here in the future, and we'll be talking about that NXT, baby, that NXT. WWE, we'll probably talk about WWE because you kind of have to, and then when AEW starts, whoo, it's gonna go down. But anyways, yeah, dude, Jason, sorry I'm late, but I'm here for the party. Yeah, man. Hey, you're okay, man. You're okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now we are about to wrap up here in just a sec because I'm going a little over on time, but let's see here. Was it Wilbur Robinson says hardly current events, but when Roddy joined, it popped me. I was jumping up like my team won the Super Bowl. So like seeing Cole and O'Reilly on the same page. I think Bobby Fish got hurt at Taker. Yeah, he got hurt. He's okay though. He's actually not as banged up as people thought he was. Kyle O'Reilly's back. Oh my God. Oh, anyway, but the Street Profits though. Oh God, dude, Street Profits. The Street Profits are my guys. They're not on this NXT Cup. That makes me sad. Yeah, they're not on this cup, but Montez Ford, who's one half of the Street Profits, his wife, Bianca Belair, dude, I love her to death. I love them to death. I really wish they'd actually put her with the Street Profits. Oh my God, it would. That's license to print money. License to print money. But just so you know, those are some announcements. Yeah, we do have, once again, I will be doing a wrestling channel here soon. It'll be me, some of my guys from Nerd 901, some of my guys from Two Player Co-op. We're going to band together, form Voltron, do some wrestling stuff here. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but it will be, I know it will be before AEW becomes a thing, as far as like on TV. Maybe even before All Out. I may do something for All Out. We don't know yet. But no, that said, don't forget, if you are going to be in the Brooklyn area, if you're going to be in New York during this next weekend, this time next week, June 15th and 16th, I will be in Brooklyn. I will be doing a couple of panels at Brooklyn Comic Con at the Brooklyn Expo Center. So definitely come by, check that out. You'll get to see myself. Y'all probably saw Devontae from Alternative Factuals. He was in here earlier. He'll be there. As will Fantastic Frankie, who I think I'm going to be doing a panel with. She's amazing. Go check out their channels, too, by the way. Alternative Factuals and Fantastic Frankie, they're amazing. I think they should be on my, my front page for my YouTube channel. They'll be off to the side here in I guess my favorite channels. Go check them out, man. They're amazing. They do good work. Fantastic Frankie is basically what she does is she kind of takes an idea, like something people maybe think or don't think about a certain thing in as far as comics and anime and movies, and she will pose you with a very tough question or with a very tough statement. A really tough statement, and she'll back it up. She'll back it up and tell you why she thinks that way, and she'll even invite you to tell her that she's right or wrong. Alternative Factuals, he hits up a lot of the TV stuff as far as comic book stuff goes. So if you watch a lot of comic book TV shows, comic book movies, he covers a lot of stuff on that side too. So go check them out. And together we are the Just Us League, and we'll be doing some podcasts here before too long together. So there'll be just more content coming your way. Like I said, I'm a busy man, dude. I am officially, as of a couple of months ago, YouTube is the only thing I really do. So I don't work a normal job anymore. This has become my job, and I'm going all in with it. So no pun intended for All Elite Wrestling. So yeah, you will see me doing a lot more stuff. You will see me doing. You may have noticed I've been dropping more videos lately. It's not some. Don't get used to it. But I have been dropping more videos lately. But I'm also going to be doing more side projects, more gigs. I'm not going to run anything else, though. I'm not running the deal that Alternative Factuals and Fantastic Frankie and I have together. That's a joint effort, so I'm not running it. I'm just a part of it because we're working together. The wrestling thing, I'm not running it. I'm just going to be there for the ride. All of my hardcore attention will be right here on Blerd Without Fear, and I will talk. I may even post some things from those other things here, but just letting you know, kind of heads up. Pie in the sky stuff. By the way, Trick502, I love you. Thank you for subscribing. I don't know if you're in here or not. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, wait. Here. Wait a minute.
Cut the check.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, Robinson's put me down with the wrestling channel. Jason Brown says, cut the check. Hey, don't forget me on that. Don't forget me too on that. I forgot about you. Mike Miller says, have you checked out the show called The Wrestlers on Vice? What's your thoughts? I haven't watched it yet. I have watched, what was it, Dark Side of the Ring? I've watched that. I haven't watched that one, but I'm going to check it out. Everyone's been recommending it to me to check out, so I'm going to check it out. Wilbur Robinson says, team up Velveteen Dream, Street Profits, and Keith Lee. Brothers that can run. Ooh! Okay, first off, if Velveteen Dream and Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, came out, and Keith Lee rolled with them, dude, it would be... Y'all thought that folks freaked out over Jon Moxley showing up in AEW? That would be my entire reaction. Like the entire audience of AEW when Jon Moxley came out, that would be me. Oh man. But yeah, so yeah, but anyways, yes. Let's see here. Clarence says Frankie just hit me up on IG. She seems cool. Yeah, dude, she is. Frankie is okay. Let me be honest, dude. Frankie is amazing. Frankie actually hit me up on the gram a ways back, and I was like, dude, and I told her, I was like, I love what you're doing. I think you're doing something really cool here. I think you got some really good stuff to go that you're building off of, and I was like, I legitimately think that you got what it takes to grow. On YouTube, and that's the thing. I like helping people, and because very few people that are above me have come down to help me, so I want to help the people that are underneath me as far as subscribers, followers, and stuff like that. So that's a lot of the reason why I work with Frankie, is because I'm like she's amazing, she's funny, she's talented, she's got a great personality. And we've been tripping off each other for the past 2-3 months, off and on. We've been talking a lot more lately because we're getting ready to be we're getting ready to squad up in Brooklyn. But I mean, yeah, dude, she trips me out. She legitimately makes me laugh on the regular. So yeah, I thought it was great. I thought what she does is great. So that's why I wanted to work with her. And same goes for Devontae. Me and Devontae from Alternative Factuals, there's been times he and I have talked for 8 hours almost. It feels like, if it wasn't. Maybe 6 to 8 hours. There's been times we have been on Discord and Skype just talking. Same for Fantastic Frankie. So yeah. Anyways. Let's see here. Carlos says, hope Blerd Without Fear doesn't slow down. Question mark. I really enjoy the channel. I will not slow down. I'm not slowing down. If anything, it'll pick up. It's getting there. I'm able to do more than I usually have been. Okay, there we go. I've been able to do more than I usually have been, so I don't have any plans to stop doing what I'm doing or slow down for that matter. I technically was outputting a lot in the very beginning, and then I slowed down from there, so I wouldn't burn myself out. And I think I've got a system in place that keeps me. Now, there will be some weeks where I might not put out as much content, but I mean, I'm going to try and put out like I normally do. Lee Pittman says, thanks, Blerd. First time watching, enjoyed the show. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. Jason Brown says, what's the Discord? Now, the Discord, it's just it's not even a full Discord setup. I tell you what. After Brooklyn, because I got to do a little more work to get it ready, I will put up the Discord for everybody. I'll put up the Discord server, because it's one of those things it's more just we're just talking privately. We're not in any kind of special room or server or anything. It's just it's just me and Devontae, or me and Frankie just talking. That's all it really is. But okay. Let's see what we got in here. Jason Brown says, "Oh, I'm here for that NXT." Let's see here. Limpy says, have you considered reaching out to Brian Hill for an interview or a live stream? He seems like an open guy to reach. Brian Hill, no, I have not, and you know what? I will have to. I've actually told myself that this year, and I haven't done it yet, I've been terrible about it, I'm actually going to reach out to more people. I'm also going to try and reach out to more creators. I do have some people that I'm going to be talking to here this coming week, pretty soon, but I got some other stuff in the fire. I'm actually going to start shooting my shot. I'm going to start reaching out to big timers. I'm going to start reaching out to big timers in the comics community, creators, writers, artists. I'm going to start hitting them up and be like, hey, look, I'm going to shoot my shot. And they either say yes or they say no. If they say yes, cool. If they say no, fuck them. Let's see here. Elevation on Law says, peace, Blerd Without Fear. Ernie, what's good, man? Bro, your show is fire. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Y'all just so. This is why I keep doing this. I do this because y'all make it so easy. It's I just show up. I could literally show up with no plan, no agenda, and it would still be a good show because y'all help make it a good show. So that's love from me. That said, That said, we're going to go ahead and get ready to jump up out of here. But real quick, I am going to ask these last 2 questions here. Elevation Allah says, bro, I want you to be the first YouTuber that brings everybody together. Comics Explained, Dope Spill, The Sister in Philly. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try to. I'm going to try, like... I want to try to, because honestly, I want us all to work together, because I feel like, you know, we're not talking to each other. Like, and maybe not so much as Comics Explained, because I know he's and I'm not saying this dismissively. I know he's booed up with Benny from Comic Story. I know they're super tight. So they're not, so they kind of have their thing, but like Dope Spill, I don't know who Dope Spill really messes with. And I mean, yeah, I want to get all these guys together, man. Let's see here, man. He says, "Oh, do you need help with putting together a media kit? I'd help you on general principle." Dude, honestly, dude, I would not be. I also would not be against that. Because I'm not good with that sort of stuff. I'm not good at marketing myself. I'm not really good at any of it. Honestly, I'm kind of one of those people that, and this is probably how it is for me in real life. People who know me, like people who know me personally that I'm friends with and know me for a long time, they'll probably tell you that, like, if you were to just see me in the street, you would probably think I am not the type of guy that you could just approach. Because I usually kind of have this blank, like, yeah, they always say, like, resting bitch face. That's kind of what I have. I just don't look like I'm interested in anything anyone has to say. But it's actually quite the opposite. I mean, maybe. But once people talk to me, they're like, dude, you're so easy to talk to. You're so easy to get along with. Oh, my God. And that's been my entire life. I feel like I am friends with so many people just on the simple fact that people took the time to get to know me, and it went from there. Claire says, I'm still working on Andre Meadows. Hey, man, look, I need to hit him up. I'm going to hit him up, man. I just always feel like, you know, man, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. I almost feel like I'm wasting their time. You know what I'm saying? But no. He said, Jason Brown says, that's why we get along. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. I do agree with that. Says Elevation Law says, in Memphis, you got to really mind your business. I feel that's how you stay out of trouble. Yeah, no, it's true. It's 100%. That's 1,000. That's 1,000%. Alternative Factual says, you're so deep, Ernie. I'm really not, dude. I'm as shallow as it gets, man. I'm not that deep of a human being. It's really true. Literally, all you have to do is just talk to me for a few minutes. You'll find out I'm pretty simple. I wear everything that I think right here. If I say everything is good, everything's good. If I say it's bad, it's bad. If I say it's fine, it's fine. If I say it's okay, it's okay. My wife, it's taken her a long time to understand that about me. Like, so sometimes I'll be like, I think that's fine. And she'll be like, are you sure? Like, I'm like, babe. But no, let me get up out of here, man, because I got to go meet the fam. We're going to be meeting for some dinner. Or not dinner, lunch. It's lunch. I have a weird perspective on time. Anyways, I want to say thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for coming in here and hanging out with me and just tripping with me. Y'all have just been fantastic. Thank y'all so much. I don't know if I'm going to stream this coming Saturday because I think that I'm going to be in a panel at the time I would normally stream. We'll see what happens tentatively, but I'll probably say something like Twitter or Facebook or or you may see something pop up if you got notifications or anything like that. You'll probably see a reminder or something like that pop up for like a stream. I may do something just live, just walking around. You never know. I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to try and do a little something. We'll see what goes down. Or if I don't do a live stream, I may do one later in the day. We'll see what happens. Or I may do one earlier. We may reschedule. I may do one when I come back in town. I don't know. We don't know yet. I don't know because I do this shit fly by night. Anyway, I just want to say thank you all, man. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have been fantastic. Y'all been great. I'm going to see you all next time. Remember to stay tuned. We'll have another video posting up a little later today. I love you all 3,000. I'll see you all next time. Plus Ultra.
Soundscapes, what my dreams on. Gotta put my team on. Change from the beginning like a season 2 theme song. Cold world, keep warm, you've been warned. crazy when they quote lines, and it's one of mine. This just the beginning of my story, like once upon a time. I'm waiting for the sun to shine through these dark days, showing them how to persevere the smart way. Never let them tell you what you can't do. Waving guns in your videos, boy, that ain't you. Gas them up like they flame, but it ain't true. I elevated, not the same dude. I paint the sky blue. They say you ain't like them other guys in the clouds. With my love, she my lady butterfly. Here's a tune till you reach the moon. Last lullaby, what am I? A mortal man trying to nullify stereotypes. I write answers, certified spiritual flow. I said hello from the other side. I revised other styles, made them urbanized. Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah, dream on, dream weaver. Dream weaver.
Keep dreaming.